I'm making this segment specifically about the longshot scope. The longshot scope is a real pain to take apart. I've spent literally an hour trying to get this apart and I still only have this one orange cap off. I started by boiling it to break down the glue, which didn't work very well. Then I tried prying it apart, then I tried clamping it apart. And what I eventually ended up doing was taking my hammer and my medium-sized flathead screwdriver and chiseling at it from every different angle. You can see that I've put dents into it all over it, so I'm going to have to sand this down and hopefully the painting will cover up all of the damage I had to do just to take it apart. I have no idea how I'm going to get off this other cap. I guess I'm going to try the same thing. We'll see what it looks like once it's complete. Hey guys, I finally finished breaking down the scope. Now you'll notice that there's two scopes here and there's a reason for that. I was so close to chipping off the front part of this one, and you can see it there on my hand, when the plastic broke, slipped, and sliced my finger open. And it made me so angry that I decided to just scrap trying to get it all from one long shot scope. I went to my parts bin, I got another one, and I vented my anger by just beating the living tar out of it. And I got the piece that I needed from that one, and I'll probably use this connection piece just because it's darker. But the bottom line is these scopes are probably not worth the trouble it takes to take them apart, but once you've started, you're kind of committed. Alright guys, so you can see here that I've started frog taping off the main body for the battle rifle. I put about 4 coats of that flat black onto the shell everywhere. I still haven't decided how I'm going to tape this off to get all of these clean angles on a lot of the parts. As you can see, this is on both sides. I wanted to really mirror the way these lines run on my model, and I thought that I did a reasonably decent job of that. When I lay this on, I'm going to have to mirror it through. I've been using my knife to cut the frog tape to make custom lines for some of the parts, and I'm going to cut out little miniature triangles just like this to put on here so that when I remove them the black will show through. It should be pretty cool if it works. As you guys can see here, I've broken down some of the final pieces for painting. I've frog taped over this. I've frog taped in the details on this, like the triangles, the 7 halo triangles. And then on the front, I've epoxy puttied this in place. It looks terrible now, but it'll look better once I paint it with the enamel and then come in and carve out the insides to make sure the barrel fit is ideal. I'll show you what this looks like after painting and I pull the frog tape off. Should be pretty cool. Just wanted to give you guys a quick shot of the battle rifle's internals before I put it back together entirely. The frog tape worked really nice. There's a little bit of blurring at the edges, but it's not bad, and it was worth it for that two-tone paint job that looks really professional. All the pieces have been laid back in. I've even painted some pieces that'll show through, and everything just turned out really nice. All the custom work on this looks pretty good, and everything's been re-greased at this point so that nothing will stick. The Indestructo bolt sled fits in just perfectly. It's not enough space that it won't move, but it's enough that the clips will fit in and everything seems really secure. So I'm going to put the shell back together, detail it, and show you the final product. Alright guys, so I'm putting the finishing touches on the battle rifle right now. This is the scope, and it's being detailed right now with enamel. This is the priming bar, and the last thing you want to do to preserve your paint job and make sure it stays nice no matter how many shots you put through it is pad this priming bar so that it doesn't scratch the paint job. I do that with adhesive foam sheet, and then I just cut it into the circle to fit onto the priming bar's back, and then stick it on because it's already got the stick to it, which is really convenient. This stuff is also super cheap. It's like 99 cents at Michael's. You can't beat that.